So I had a customer send me an email and an AI image, which is up there in the corner right there, and asked me if I could make something similar to this. So I accepted that challenge and decided to go with my favorite wood, sapele. And here I am, milled it up and cutting it into pieces. It's just going to be a small desktop humidor. Making sure it's all nice and square, since it's gonna have I'm gonna do miter lock joints on this, but it needs to be really square. So I'm just cutting all these pieces down to size. And I'm at the table saw and squaring up the other side since I already milled up. And at the planer, getting it down to the correct thickness. And what I'm doing here is I am cutting a miter, but it's not a complete miter. I'm leaving some meat on there because I just want to get the majority of it off when I take it over to the lock miter router bit. Makes it a little bit easier. The router bit's not having to work as hard, as you can see. And then while you do the mating edge, you just turn the board up in that way right there. And the great thing about the miter lock joints is when you do go to glue them up, they don't slip. So it makes the glue up fairly easy for a miter joint. Throwing the clamps on there and you don't have to worry about slipping at all. Now I'm gluing up a panel for the top and the bottom. And after those panels dried, now I'm going to glue the top and bottom in place. And I usually oversize the top and bottom and cut the majority off with the bandsaw and then take it over to the router table and flush trim it. As you can see here, cutting that little excess off. Once again, you don't want to cut as much off, so when you do take it over to the router table, the bit's not having to work as hard. Or you can kind of do what I do right there and just take a little bit off at a time. Now I'm at the table saw, cutting the lid off. This part always makes me nervous because I'm scared that last cut's going to get caught and it's going to take a chunk out. And it has happened. And now I'm gluing in the Spanish cedar on the inside of the humidor. Placing the paper towels down so that any wood that comes through those joints doesn't stick to my little cawls I'm using there. here at the bandsaw once again, and I'm resawing some Spanish cedar. Putting it through the planer to get it the final thickness. And using the miter saw to cut these miters on the joints, and this is cutting a slight miter at the top, which is going to be for the inside of the humidor, the inside Spanish cedar. And before I put that in there, it's always a good idea to go ahead and do the mortises for the hinges, because if you don't, you're gonna have to hand cut the mortises with the chisels, which if you can get the majority of it with the hand router, that's a lot easier. Once again, I've done that many times. And now that I've got the mortises for the hinges done, gluing these in, and one of my many mistakes on this one, I put the glue on the wrong side. Yeah. So clean the glue off, got it on the right side this time. Cleaning up as much squeeze out as I can. And now you can see I got a really nice tight fit. Nice tight fit for the lid. That's always a good sign. And this customer wanted his initials on the top of the humidor, so I'm using the shaper origin to do this. And this will be my second major mistake. I had the lid in the wrong orientation, and the initials were facing the wrong way. As you can see right there, there is no mortise for the hinges there. So I thought about it, and I thought the easiest way to get this done would be to take it over to the jointer, and since the grain orientation was running just right, I just planed it off. Took about 1/8 of an inch off the top and the bottom. And this humidor, customer only wanted one basket in it, so I'm making the basket here. At the bottom, he did want some slots so he could put some cigars down at the bottom. So I don't think I got that on video because it's just a little simple process. But here I am making the basket, and I use a 1/2 inch spacer to get 1/2 inch in between the slats. Glue and pin nail. And I'm going to use epoxy to, the customer wanted gold coloring in his initials, so using epoxy and some gold powder. And just a simple process of getting that into the letters. And now I'm putting Rubio Monocoat. Coral red, I believe, is the color. And now I'm putting the Spanish cedar on the top of the lid. Once again, using my wood blocks as cawls. This is going to be for the little holder that I like to put on the lids of the desktop humidors, for if you want to put a Velveeta pack, or myself, I just like to use a wet paper towel to maintain humidity. Gluing this up. I put a little rabbet on the bottom, and got a little small panel that I'm going to put on the bottom. And once I get that glued up and tacked, I'll take it over to the router table to route out the little vent hose. I think this is my new favorite way of doing this. It's just a little more precise, a little neater. Measuring 1 inch by 1 inch from the sides for the feet. And this customer wanted a little more sheen than what the Rubio Monaco usually gives you. So Rubio makes a product, I can't think of the name of it right now, Sheen Plus or something like that. And as you can see, it does add just a little bit more. I mean, it's nothing major, but it did make a slight difference. Oh, and actually this was not that coral red color. This was actually Rubio Ruby, I believe. Now I'm using a little spacer so I can put that Velveeta pack holder on the top of the lid, clamping it in place. Clamping a caul across there, and while that's drying, I'm putting the hinges on. And this is the lid limiter that I'm placing it on now. It just keeps the lid from going all the way back and possibly ripping your hinges out. And you can see down at the bottom there, the little slots that he wanted down at the bottom. Nice tight fit. And I've got the picture coming up where I'm comparing his picture he sent me made by AI and the final product. So let me know in the comments if you think I got pretty close to the image that he sent me. I appreciate you checking the channel out, and until next time.